It is now day 7 of my VW Restoration Challenge, 0 to 20 miles per hour in 7 days. Not looking great. I did make a lot of headway on the wiring out of the front, but moved on to the engine and doing some things back here. As you can see, this big hunk thing here is gone. Sitting over there on the side, that's the air filter. One of you lovely people sent me a new distributor, which is going to go in a little bit. I've started running new fuel lines, which will go down here to the fuel pump. I pulled out the old lines, which were not in great shape. Definitely some melting there from the fire. There's some smoke damage, and this thing right here is burnt to a crisp. So I'm going to need to figure out where I can find another one of those. I think we have one somewhere, but where? Now, this is a bit of a problem because I got into the carburetor here, which is where gasoline is mixed with air, so it needs to be pretty cleaned out, and that yellow powder is from the fire extinguisher that was used to put out the fire in here. That is not something that I want to have in the carburetor. So I need to clean it out, but it's going to be very, very delicate because that little flap opens and closes. And so I've got to find a way to clean that off. It's kind of caked on there without pushing on it. So that's going to be fun. Earlier today, I also had to deal with some mystery wiring, and there is a little change between my car and the original. The original car had a generator, this one has an alternator. I won't go into explaining the difference, but it means that there is a slight variation in the wiring. And I couldn't tell when I was fixing and replacing the wiring whether some of the changes were correct because of this switch, or just something somebody did that were wrong and may have caused the problems in the beginning. So I made some switches that I hope aren't going to screw anything up. Also, take a look at this. This was the old fuel filter that the fuel was going through, and it is melted to a crisp from that little fire. So tomorrow is going to rain all day, and that was the last day before the end of what I was trying to do as this challenge. So chances are this is not going to be totally running in time. But who knows, maybe it won't rain all day. It's not that I mind getting a little wet, but it is hard to do this kind of work with water on you, especially if you don't really want water in some of this stuff. Days like this, I wish I had a garage. Anywho, thanks for checking in.